I felt like I wasn't enough for my dad. He would have been in my life. I felt like I wasn't enough to women who I was with. You know, we don't get to pick and choose if we enough, bro. They always do. You could be doing everything right, and one day they can wake up and be like, "You're not enough."
This is Sad Boy Radio.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Sad Boy Radio. I'm your host, Matt, and today, man, we got a special guest in the building. This is a Chicago legend for real, right? You created a Chicago classic, platinum recording artist. Man, you did it big.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying.
Go ahead and introduce yourself, bro.
Hey, man. Shout out to Sad Boy Radio. Shout out to my boy Matt. I'm Stunt Taylor, man. 290's finest.
What you been up to nowadays, man? Let the people know.
For these past 7 years, I've been kind of MIA, just working, you know, just working to be a better man. Excuse me, working on new music. At the same time, working on my mental health. Just trying to get my life together, man. Like, I went on that long run with the music from like 2013 to about 2018. And around 2017, I started to feel like a change within myself. So, I had to figure it out. I had to figure out what I need to do.
What was it that made you take that step back, right? Because like you said, you had that long run and then MIA.
Number one, got into some trouble. FeFe On The Block wasn't doing what it was doing for me at first. I never really had like a big team. I had one, and that kind of crumbled. And I just felt like I was by myself, man. It was tough. It was a great time. I had fun, but it was tough. I didn't have what I needed, and shows started declining. Money started getting smaller, and by me getting in trouble, I couldn't really work certain jobs. So that played a huge toll on me.
How do you feel like it affected your self-perception?
I'm a better person than I was. Graduating in 2013 from college, I came home and got in trouble. And I knew it wasn't me.
But when I talk about the self-perception, right, how do you feel like going through all of that, right? Because like you said, you felt like you needed to become a better man. You were getting into trouble. The song wasn't doing what it was supposed to, right? This shit is a Chicago classic. It should have been a global classic. It probably is in certain parts of, the United States. I haven't been everywhere, so I can't like confirm that, right?
Yeah.
But it's one of those things that it was a moment in time, right? So for us seeing that, it's like, damn, this really should have been like one of them ones. Seeing what it didn't do, how did that negatively impact you and the way you viewed yourself?
It made me feel bad because it's like, I was up there with Chance, G Herbo, Katie, Louis, Chief Keef, Dirt, FBG Duck. I was up there with everybody, bro. Saba. Like, not saying I was as big as those people, but I was in that bracket. Like, you got a bracket, and I'm in that bracket. And then seeing myself leave out the bracket and get lower until now where people don't even really be checking for me or even seeing what new music I get out and stuff like that. Because I'm an artist. It's a terrible feeling, bro. Because I did so much for the city, and I did so much for people, and that should have been one of them. Just didn't get it.
What do you feel like it was?
Time, bro. That record got bigger than me. When I dropped it, bro, the record just shot off. Like, and I couldn't catch it. You know what's funny? People don't know how I look.
I'd agree with that, right? Because I didn't. So I'm not gonna sit here in front like, oh, like, yeah, I know exactly what Stunt Taylor looks like, right?
Correct, yeah.
But the sound was so inescapable. The song was inescapable, right? Even to this day, you go to any party,
they playing it.
Yeah.
Radio, they playing it. But think about it. If you were me, wouldn't you ask yourself like, well, why wouldn't people go see who I am, who I was, or why not go look at the video?
What do you think it was?
I think if I was, and I'm not calling artists negative. I think if I was pushing a negative impact here, people would be searching for me. But since I'm not in that field, I think people really didn't care. They just liked the song.
So then let's put it this way, right? What about like a Juice World, right? Because I would say, I mean, not that it's the same sound, not that it's the same thing, but right, you strayed closer to that Juice World sound, to the type of artist that he
Melodic.
was, as compared to somebody like a Keith or a Lil Durk.
I don't really compare to those guys. Thank you for the Juice World compliment. Juice, I make melodic music. Juice World had a machine behind him. His sound was undeniable. So it's like, it's dope. I never met him. And I mean, his music was tough. He was going through a lot. And I don't know why he was going through all that stuff, but his impact was crazy. So, rest in peace to him, man. And I don't know, man. I make melodic music, and I don't know why people here don't check me out or look up my music. People be like, I never really heard any other music. And I try to tell people this all the time, like, you gotta go see. I can lead you to the water, but I can't force you to drink. I got plenty of records, bro. I got records with Keith, Dirk, Vic Mensa, King Louis, King Penrue, Neil Gang. I got records with a lot of people, bro.
Mhm.
This is a proven thing. I'm not upset or, flabbergasted about it. It's the truth.
Mhm.
That's because people don't go check. They don't go and check out my catalog.
I was looking for articles.
They wasn't doing articles back in like 2013 and 2014. It was hard, bro. I was on Fake Short Drive a lot, but I've been on Complex. I've been on Revolt TV. But nothing like how it is after, like, when they started to really do articles in like 2017, 18, I wasn't in the mix. So I missed that phase. I missed that wave. I missed a lot of waves, bro. I was in a wave where social media wasn't what it is now. So I couldn't capitalize off of it.
You were in a wave where it was hard to have a music video.
Yeah, and it was hard to watch the music video. Like it was tough. Now you can watch it on your phone. Now you can stream on uh it is not the same, bro. And I ain't gonna say I wish I came out now, but I feel like I helped a lot of other new artists pave a way for them, and make them realize, like, hey, like, you could do it like this, because I'm a phenomenal writer, bro. And that's my calling. And I make great music, bro. Like, I got music that's just undeniable, bro. But my fan base isn't here.
Shout out Hypno as well.
Yeah, it's my boy.
You forgot to mention his
I
feature. I know that one.
Yeah, see, I forgot to mention Hypno Carlito, man. And that was one, like I said, that was one song, and I really never got to get a relationship with bro, because I would have loved to continue to make music with him. But Chicago, and I'm not talking about him, Chicago is just unreal sometimes, bro.
How so?
It's like we all against each other. You know what I'm saying? It's like I can't make music with them because I'm in this part of the organization and you in this organization. But the people say, if you mess with this organization, then then we don't rock with you. We don't mess with you. And that's how it is here, bro. I can't make a song with Lil Reese. I can't make a song with any of these shorties, bro, that's against my organization. And it shouldn't be like that. Not saying I don't want to make music with those guys, but they don't want to make music with me. You know what I'm saying? And that's why there's no connection here. You can't, besides Chance the Rapper, you can't name any major singles from Chicago with mixed artists.
Is there ever a point where artists realize that that's holding them back?
And they don't care. They don't get it because they're sold on what they doing. You know what I'm saying? Why not there's a good question. Why not reach out to Stunt Taylor for hooks and that flea talk? Like I feel like I look up to Future, bro, and I feel like that's what I bring to the table every time. Why not reach out to a nigga like I don't got nothing to do with nothing? Why not reach out and ask me to hop on the hook for you or do a verse for you? Cause I promise you, bro, if you look, I just took down the project because me and my management, shout out to 312 All, we revamping shit. We doing things differently. And I make hits, bro. I promise you I do. And I'm not saying it because it's me. I'm saying it because it's a gift. It's the gift of gab. And God gave it to me to express it through music. And I make undeniable music, bro. And I just this city they don't focus on that.
So something you mention often is this West Side doesn't get the love that South Side and Over East get. Why do you say that?
We smaller. And another major thing is we ain't beefing with each other. I done seen a couple artists out west tweak on each other and stuff, but like overall, it ain't the shit that they do on the south side or the east side. And it's the interest level here in Chicago. If I go make a diss song about any artist that's not in the same organization as me, I'm gonna shoot to the sky because they like controversy. They like hearing bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But I don't do that, so people ain't checking for me. But when you go elsewhere, outside of Chicago, I'm popping. In my fan base, the people who listen to me, they like it. Minnesota, Nebraska, Ohio, New York, any I can name them all, bro. Um, they rock with me, big time. Like that's where my fans be at, bro. And I'm bogus because I'm not popping like I used to be, and I'm trying to get back to that statue so I can go visit those cities and show my love and support because they will keep me going. I don't get a lot of streams from Chicago because maybe they don't hear my new music or maybe ain't seeing it. So I'm kind of like one of those slap on artists from the city because people don't know anything but FeFe On The Block, bro. I don't know why, but and they can't say the other shit weak because it's not because they ain't never listened to it.
Why chase a dream that you already caught and then walked away from?
I feel like I'm something the city need. We need a refresher. And again, I ain't talking about nobody music in the city. And I ain't hating on nobody. But it ain't enough for me. It's a lot of them. It ain't enough for us like myself. And I'm chasing it again because I feel like I can make that impact again. I feel like once you do it, you could do it again.
What did that conversation look like between you and JJ, right? Because you mentioned that him and your brother had kind of roped you back into the scene.
Him and Freddie was talking and, I'm sitting on a gold mine of music that I ain't put out. And they know the music and they believe in the music. We just gotta catch the ears of these people again. They set up everything. Shout out to Tink. Um, they set out those three. They set up everything. Then Joey and Tink are they're like, I'm not gonna say they the brains, cause JJ and Freddie are the brains too. But Joey and Tink they're like the eyes, bro. Like they know what they know. They are very, very smart and intelligent. And JJ and Freddie are like, they just sit in the brain and they hear everything that I got. Then they push it to Joey and Tressa. And once Joey and Tressa see it, it's to the roof. Those four people are very powerful. And only one of them has dealt with music before. And the other three haven't. And yeah, they're awesome and JJ is really passionate about what's going on. And I just want to make him proud, and I want to help him feed his family.
Man, it's so crazy because I was on the phone with him earlier, right? And I was talking to him about when FeFe on the Block came out. I was in like 8th grade, bro. I remember it at like the 8th grade graduation parties type shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that's when D-Lo Shuffle, all that was going
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
He's like, damn, bro, you're not that much younger than me. And he's like, it's crazy how life comes full circle, right? You're fans of people and then you get to work with them and you get to really understand like what made them who they were, right? And for you, a lot of that comes from being where you're from, out west, right? FeFe on the Block is an ode to the west side of Chicago and what you grew up on, right? So for the people that don't know what the fuck a FeFe is, right? And we're gonna move away from FeFe on the Block, right?
Nah, I love FeFe on the Block.
Well-
I love it.
Well, here's my thing, right?
Yeah.
I'm the person that you come to talk about the shit that, yeah, we'll talk about the known shit, right?
Yeah.
But we're gonna talk about the real shit, right?
sure,
We're gonna
yeah.
talk about the shit that people don't know about you.
Yeah.
Because that's what everybody knows. That's what every interview says, right? FeFe on the Block, FeFe on the Block, FeFe on the Block, right?
Same shit.
And
yeah.
you talk about that shit for 40 minutes. I watched the same interview like 4 times today, bro. And I'm like, bro, like, at no point did I learn anything about this man. And that was the goal, right? That's the goal of an interview. You're supposed to learn something about this person. You're supposed to understand why you care about their music, not why do I care about this one song and what's different, right? So, again, we're going to move away from it, but break this down for the people, right? Let the people know what the fuck a FeFe is.
I'm an out west native, right? Born and raised. A FeFe is, in technical terms, so the world can understand it. A FeFe is an unauthorized block party. Unauthorized meaning you are not supposed to do that shit. Unauthorized meaning you need to ask. So what they used to do out west was they'll put it on Facebook or text message. Here he say, she say, whatever. They'll be like, we're doing it on Cosner and Monroe. Just throw out that street. Cause they had a really big, it was in Monroe and Cosner? Yeah. I remember that year too. It was crazy. Everybody be like, we Cosner and Monroe, 11 o'clock. Fiesta, FeFe. Everybody out west will go over there. And out west big as hell, but it's small. Everybody's like on one block, riding down the block, playing music, kicking it, drinking, smoking, dancing, talking shit, fighting, but no killing,
No shooting?
no shooting. After it's done, motherfuckers then came up on a new girlfriend, a new nigga, whatever. It's fun. Girls on top of cars, motherfuckers hanging out of cars, jackballing down the street. It was a time to be alive, bro. And as time went by, it got bad. So people stopped doing it because they weren't safe. But out west was a safe environment, man. Don't think it's sweet. It ain't sweet. It's just what goes on the west side is structure and discipline. We get money out west. That's what we do. We don't need no bullshit coming through there messing up how we feed our family. So a lot of the big homies allowed that shit to happen. And nothing never went down. You know what I'm saying? And it was fun. But that's just what a FeFe is, man. We born and raised on that shit. Out west. It's an out west thing.
What was it that changed?
The people. People always change everything, bro. If it was the same people, it would have never changed. People changed it. Kids got bad as fuck. Adults didn't care. And the little shorties and shit got to playing with guns and shooting shit. So shit became unsafe. I don't know. People don't like to have fun no more.
At what point did it change?
I want to say 17. I started to see the transition of when I used to watch the beef and shit out south, because, I was around Duck a lot. That's my boy, rest in peace. I was around them niggas a lot. And I was around E-Day a lot. And I was around, who was that? Just, all my homies. But I named those two people from being on two opposite ends that don't like each other. I was on the label with E-Day, DSE, Free Doughboy. But E-Day became my friend, 600 E-Day. He became my friend. And Duck was my friend too. And never made music with him or nothing. Just, He just fucked with me, and I was around kicking it with him, and I'm listening to both ends. But at the time, when I started to get closer to Duck, E-Day branched off because now it got bad, and I never hid that I was friends with him because again, I don't never go against the grain with bro, and sad to say, like I ain't gonna say he stopped being my homie, but like he just stopped talking to me at one point, and I got stories with E-Day, crazy ass stories, bro, and yeah. So we was at SIU, bro, and I was with Dre, my manager. I said this story before. I was at Dre, my manager. Pulled up to SIU. I got out the car, and two of the 600 members was like ready. I don't want to like put more dirt on people's names, but it went up. Rondo and LA together, and me just went up. We ain't fighting nothing, but it went like, when I started walking towards them, they was on point. And E-Day was like, no, G, no, that's none, that's my boy. But they didn't know that. They didn't know me and E-Day was on the DSC with each other. Me and E-Day sat in front of labels. We didn't party. We didn't ate dinner with each other, man. We didn't talk. We didn't talk about being a father, all type of stuff, bro. And when you see the side of those boys like that ain't gang banging and street shit, you grow to like people for who they are. And I got a real chance to see that side of E-Day that a lot of people probably don't see. But unfortunately, he had to keep up an image with his guys. And he could never go against the grain. And I could never go against the grain with Duck and them. Cause they're my boys. I will never go against the grain. And if people don't understand what I mean by go against the grain, is we all GDs. And I ain't saying that I don't fuck with them, cause I fuck with everybody and I ain't got nothing to do with it. But I'm one of them. So I'm gonna remain one of them. So if I gotta branch off, I'm gonna branch off. But I ain't gonna put them in a bad position to hurt each other. Cause that's just not what a man of God does. If y'all get up on y'all own. But when I'm with him, again, I was with E-Day because of that label. If I wasn't signed to DSC, I would probably would never met him. But genuinely ducking them and Billionaire and all them started fucking with me genuinely, bro. On some they fuck with me type shit. So I took that into consideration, bro.
Having these conversations with people from pretty much the opposite side, right?
Yeah.
You start to understand and care about the person rather than what you've been told or what you've seen, right? During those conversations, how often does it come up? How often do you realize how similar you guys are alike?
I mean, we black men, we brown men, we similar.
But think about like the experiences that drove you to the places that you've ended up, right? Because a lot of the times I don't know anything about gangs.
Correct,
I
yeah.
don't know anything about that. But
Yeah,
from the people I've sat down with who are involved with certain things,
yeah.
a lot of people have similar experiences.
hmm
And all those experiences drove them to the same thing, just opposite of one another.
Correct. So, so on both sides, right? We all like the same shit. We all did the same stuff. We all do the same things. It's just that I'ma follow my homies and you gonna follow your homies. And if your homie don't like them, then none of us like each other. But to sit down and talk to these men about being fathers and staying safe and really not wanting to be in this shit. I done got a conversation with E-Day and he like, man, I'm tired of that shit, bro. The realest thing he ever told me was like, he was like, I don't even know why I'm doing this shit. He's like, but it's too late now. I'm already in it. He wanted to get away from that shit so bad, bro.
Did you feel like that was your reality? It was too late?
No, I got away from it. I left that shit alone. I went to college, played ball, came home and started making music and entered that shit again. But I wasn't into it with people. I wasn't like, I ain't had no ops or no shit like that. Wasn't nobody looking for me. You know what I'm saying? The shit that I did before in high school and grammar school and a little bit of college, like that shit that's kid shit. In high school, I was terrible, bro. I was out here. And I feel like when you get above age, when you get to a certain limit, bro, age limit, That shit need to stop.
What was it that pushed you towards that lifestyle?
Friends, bro. If you by yourself, ain't no way you just gonna wake up and want to be a gangster disciple. But the number one thing that pushed me away, so gotta go back. I went to school up north, and unfortunately, I went to school with kings, and I wasn't a king, and I wasn't gonna be a king, and they jumped me before, and they tried to fight me a couple times. So when I was 12, I was just steady fighting them, like, and I wasn't shit then. Playing football, I was up north. My aunt and my grandmother stayed on the north side. Um, so I was just like, damn, G, I'm tired of fighting these motherfuckers, bro. I'm steady fighting these motherfuckers every day. I'm in school with them. I get out of school, I'm fighting them, all type of shit. So my mom used to work at this skating rink called Rainbow. You probably don't know about it. It was on Clark and Lawrence. Famous ass skating rink. It's not there no more. They bro, took it down. Everybody there was GDs. But I didn't know. I didn't know that shit. I was just there skating, bro. And I didn't know them older people that was there was GDs or the teenagers that came there, they was GDs. But it was a thing that everybody did. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, everybody was at the skating rinks, bro. It was something to do like in the early 2000s. When I mean everybody was at a skating rink, that's just what it was, bro. And when I got there, I was talking to one of the like high schoolers. And he was like, what happened to your face, boy? And I was like, I got beat up by the Kings, bro. Like, they tried to take my bike, but I ain't let them. He was like 15, 16. He was up there skating. He was like, man, come hang out with us. And I was like, all right. And when I hung out there, I found out they was GDs.
So you got roped into it
So
without
I asked him, I
knowing.
said, I wanna be a GD. Like, how I get in? Fuck I need to do. Then, it went up. It went up from there. So, that's why a lot of people join gangs because they need friends, they need protection. You know what I'm saying? And I have friends, but no protection. I was handling business by myself. And remember, this is me in 6th and 7th grade, bro. It was tough. It was tough. So and those are my friends. Like, I was younger than them, but my mom was the manager there. So my mom used to let them in. And they love my mom. Like, Miss Taylor, man, let us in. We trying to skate. Tip like some movie shit. And my mom was like, watch out for Cal. Cal out there skating. And they just cuffed me, bro. They was like real big brothers. And I used to hang out there. My mom was cool with it. And my mama didn't know. Until the one time I went to jail, bro. I was like 12. I went to jail for fighting.
For fighting?
At the Park District, yep. Yeah, 12 years old. Took my ass to the station because I broke this boy's jaw.
I was gonna say, how bad you fuck him up, bro, that they took you to fucking jail?
And the mama pressed charges on me and shit. Yep. And then from there, my mom was like, what the hell you got going on? And I was just like, I ain't got nothing going on. But I was just trying to defend myself, bro. It wasn't like I needed them. I was 12, bro, gangbanging, bro. Getting violated for 3 minutes and shit. Like, that, just doing shit. Just thinking I'm doing the right things, and I just wasn't. But it grew on me as I got older, and it always stayed up on me. So that's how I got into the gang shit. Tough, but it is what it is. Tired of fighting, man. Fucking mouth swollen. Just trying to jump on you and shit for no reason. Like, because you black. So it was like, yeah, you GD. And I wasn't no GD then. But I became one. And once I became one, it was up. It was on. All my homies steady coming out to this school, beating the shit out them. Fucking them all the time, bro.
What school was it?
Amerson.
Oh, shit.
On Foster and Damon.
It was like that over there?
Bro, in 2003?
Damn.
Fuck yeah, bro. Berwyn and Horn was one of the biggest king blocks up north. Hell yeah. And I knew all of them, bro. I lived on the same block. My grandma stayed right there. My aunt. They knew me, bro. I was a kid, bro. I was like 9, bro, 10. Bro, yeah, like tweaking. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? I'm out here playing like I'm a shorty, bro. I don't want to be no king, bro. I'm black, bro. What the fuck? That shit's called Latin king, not African king, bro.
That was gonna be my next question, right? Because why join one and not join the other?
Protection, bro. Just need the homies.
So had you not had all that going on with the Kings, you wouldn't have joined.
Probably not. Because I was away. I was playing football, bro. I was a fucking monster. I was raw. I was on my way to the top, but I had a single mom, bro. She was young. My mom is what, 53? And I'm 35. My mom being 23 and 25 years old with a 7-year-old, bro. She don't know. She at work all day. I'm outside gangbang. Go getting jumped on at that time. And my mama, when I was fighting like other kids on the block and shit, but not no gangbang shit. But when I got to like 5th grade, bro, I started to see it be different.
Where do you think it was that violence came from?
Kings and Mexican gangs, they always been like that. I don't know what the fuck wrong with them.
But I'm saying, like, even from a young age, you were dealing with the gang shit.
Yeah, because the area I was in, I was like, what? And don't get me wrong, my younger at that age, my younger childhood wasn't like that. Like I used to be outside on that block all the time because my aunt and my grandmother stay right there. But it wasn't like they was messing with me every day, bro. They'll just like pick a day and they thought it was like that time to fuck with me. And then I'd beat them up and then they'll go get reinforcements. But then one of the biggest kings, you'd be like, y'all, that's Cal, bro. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Y'all, like, I remember one time I was at the park, bro. I was at Wintermack Park, and I was on my bike at the water fountain, and dude punched me. Still had to be like fucking 15, bro. I was like fucking 12 or some shit. He went and he punched me. I punched his ass back. He went and got the people on my block, and I was at the park playing football with my homies, and they came up to the park, bro, to fight me. And when they came to the park, I'll never forget this shit. And he was like, "Who are you talking about?" And the dude was like, "Him." He was like, "Kyle." Just like that. And I looked at him and I'm like, "What up?" He's like, you was fighting him?" And I'm like, "Yeah, he tried to take my bike." And they got to beating the shit out of him, bro. Never forget that shit. They started beating him up, bro. He's like, "Stop fucking with him. Like, don't fuck with him." For real. That's how it started to like end. Like that's how like when I got to like 6th, 7th grade, 8th grade, as I got older, it started to like die down and shit after they told him like he live on our block, bro. He live on our block.
And they just still kept fucking with you?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck was wrong with them, bro. I wasn't on shit. I was fucking the shorty. I was a kid, bro. I wasn't in the streets. I wasn't fucking selling drugs. I didn't have no guns, bro. I was like fucking with the girls, bro, in the park every day. Like at that time, being a kid it was fantastic, bro. Like it was crazy, bro. It was so fun, bro. Like literally, it was fun, bro. It was so fun to be a kid at that time. Yeah, like I said, I had little runarounds with people. But when I got to high school, oh, did it go up? And then shit didn't count then. When I walked up in that motherfucker, bro, at Amundsen, it was on. I already knew what time it was. They was in orientation game, man.
What did it take for you to understand that you needed to make some changes in your life?
Not being successful and then having my son. That was the game changer for me, having Carter.
Be like J-Main, bro. Break it down.
I had Carter in 2014, bro. And that's when FeFe On The Block was taking off. And I was cool. I had money. Like, we was good. I had my boy, just me and him. I took him to hella shows, bro.
Mm.
Put him in videos, all type of shit. We was just living life.
It was just you and him?
I mean, I had my people too, but I had my son with me a lot in my career. A lot of shows, bro. A lot of shit. He's been on a lot of stuff.
How old were you at that time?
24.
And in no way do I mean any disrespect by this, but right, as an artist, as a creative, a lot of the times people push everything to the wayside. What made it so important for you to make sure that your son was there for everything?
That's why I kind of fell out of placement with the music, bro. Because I had a choice to be a father or to be an artist and never really be around or get caught up in bullshit. And then I just felt like my son needed me every day, bro. And I couldn't be a rapper and be a dad at the same time. Number one, I had much family, so I didn't have help with him.
But seeing the success you already had, right? That's a hard decision to make. That's not just I'm a rapper with like a couple thousand streams. It's I'm a rapper with a classic song in Chicago going crazy right now.
I chose him, bro, over that shit. So in 2016 is when I was always in his life. He was 3. But in 2016, I had to make a decision because I ended up signing with Empire. And they wanted to move me to Cali
Mm.
and work. And they wanted me to stay there
Why didn't you take him with?
because his mom wasn't going to let me. And me taking him to Cali and who going to help me watch him when I got to do shows or shit. So I said, fuck it. That's why I started making music, bro, for real.
Mm.
Because I need to be a dad. You know, my dad was never in my life, bro, ever. So I know how meaningful it is to have your dad and what it would do for you and what it can stop.
What do you feel like you needed one to stop?
Gangs, knowing how to be a man, learning how to wipe my ass the correct way. You know what I'm saying? For real.
It's so crazy because I was at the Usher show yesterday, and in the show, there's this little segment he does where it's like an AI of him had he retired back in 2001 and just gone like full-time dad. And he talks about that I retired because I always wanted to be for my kids what I didn't have. My dad wasn't around, so I didn't have somebody that was there like I wanted to. But I made sure to be everything that I never had, right? So you talking about this and you talking about the importance of being a father and pretty much giving up this career that you worked hard for to go and be that supportive parent and be that person that you didn't have.
I had to get my son during the week every week, bro. Like we split days and shit. And how the fuck can I do that and make music? And you know, it was no way. My mom got married in 2012 and she moved away. All I had was my aunt, really, and my aunt at the time and my mom. So I don't have any siblings, so no no help. So in 2016, I went on my journey to just move closer to God. And before that, in 2013, I caught a big case, excuse me, which stopped me from working. So the money got low, and I need to take care of me and Carter. So start making music and got my life together, moved closer to God. Um, and he performed many miracles with me. And now I'm here. My son is 10. My daughter's she'll be 5 in a couple weeks. So, you know, being a parent, being a dad is important. And I let the music go. Like I had the money was in my face, everything, bro. Like I know my life would be different right now. But I just chose to be his dad because like it ain't his fault, bro. Like I'm 35 and my dad is 62. And it's like, you know, he shit. You know, like who ain't no one it's no one here. It's just me and my mom, my aunt, and my 2 kids.
So you know your dad?
I do. But he ain't here. He's not dadding.
You never built that relationship with him?
It tried to happen a couple times, but it just didn't get there, it didn't go nowhere. So in case anybody was ever wondering, I started making music because I need to be a dad to my son. And it was the best choice I ever made because he's a great young man. He loves me. He knows that I'm gonna always be here for him. And the couple music stuff that I did have, I took him with me. So I took him to a lot of shows, bro. Like, and I just started making music, bro. Start. I was like, fuck it. So I wanted to work and start getting a job, but I couldn't get a job because I had a felony. And then going on my journey with God, meeting my Israelite brothers, praying, doing the right things. God performed miracles for me, and I was able to clean my act up. and now I'm able to do the things that I want to do in life.
Shout out you, bro. Shout out your son. Shout out your daughter. I know your daughter is a really big part of your life as well.
I ain't even mentioned her yet. That's my baby. Autism awareness. It's the biggest thing that people don't really know about. Um, yeah, that's my baby, man. She needs me. I mean, now I could be an artist and a rapper, and I can travel, cause, and I could take them with me now, cause I'm able to. I'm above age. I know how to move and act, but shout out to my baby, man. Besides Carter, man, I ain't saying all right, Carter, but it's like, all right, Carter, Carter's good. He got his own room. She got her own room. So he's good. He does his own thing. He does his thing. It's about her right now. And he's a tremendous help with autism and his learning his sister.
Is there high functioning?
Sometimes. She's high functioning. She's very high
Yeah,
functioning.
I didn't mean it, but like
No.
is she high functioning?
Yeah. And when you're saying is it high functioning, meaning certain kids can be, as a general, it could be, is autism high functioning or is it low functioning? So that's how I took it. But she is very high functioning. But she is very much on the spectrum. So we just, like I said, my life is to be the parent to my kids.
What kind of adjustments did you need to make when you learned and started noticing the signs within her?
My patience, bro, is like top tier. My patience for my kids is crazy. And people probably say I got good patience with them because I only get them like 2 or 3 days out the week, each week. If I had them for 7, maybe it wouldn't be like that. But I know me. So my patience is really amazing for them. And I'm gentle with both my kids. And I show them love. I show them affection. And I just know what they need that I didn't have.
In what ways did that absence of love and affection impact you as you grew?
A lot of failure, bro, gave me wisdom. Um, I went through a bad heartbreak about 2020, 2021. I confined myself in a young lady, and it didn't work. That was real tough for me. So just learning that, because that's how my daughter got here, and learning how to be a man of value, a man of understanding, a patient man, a good man, a respectful man. I learned those things, bro, by not having the things that I did not have. Like I kept touching the fire, bro, to learn and what knob to put it on to be hot, low, or medium. I learned, bro, by myself. My mom and my aunt and my grandmother could only teach me so much. After a while, it was up to me to learn how to be a man.
And that's kind of like everybody, right? I mean, for you, it's a little bit different because you're surrounded by feminine energy that continues to raise you, and there's only so much that they can teach you. And to an extent, it's similar with any parent. Parents can only lead you, again, you can only lead the horse to the water. You can't force it to drink, right?
Not even your kids.
You give a man a fish, he eats for a day, but you teach him how to fish.
Eat forever.
But if you don't want to learn,
It's the problem.
you can't force somebody to understand that.
Nope.
So understanding what it means to be a man and growing up in a society where there's this different variations and different definitions given to you by different people, right? Man, social media is a bitch. Social media has tainted the idea of what it is to be a man and a woman, right? And a lot of the times people feed into social media and believe that because this person doesn't give me this, they don't love me. Because this person doesn't do this, they're not a man. And it's like, no, just because our definitions don't align, that doesn't make me any less of a man. What it means is we need to find that common ground and understand, like, as a society, this is what it means to be this, right? Because a lot of the times you'll be backhanded and you'll be told, like, oh, you ain't shit. You're not this, you're not that. But why am I not that? Am I not that because you have a bad idea of what a man's supposed to be, or because you don't understand?
Perception of opinions. That's what it is, man. And I could just tell like you were raised correctly. You know how to speak well. So, you're punctual. You know what I'm saying? You was on time. So that's what that's what we here for. We here to love, teach, and and to love, teach, and be patient. That's what men are here for. Love, teach, and be patient. Because when you don't have your own family, those are the three things you're doing. When you put the family into perspective, now you're loving, you're protecting, you're teaching, you're the disciplinary, you're doing all the hard work. So, like you said, social media is a bitch. It's painting pictures of people that are not real. It's telling you that you need this high value man. And if you don't get this high value man, he can't do nothing for you. So there's no connection like between everybody now. And there's no set and written in stone thing of what a man is or what a woman is unless you look in the Bible, unless you believe the Bible. Those are the only words that I will believe that was written in stone. Cause the Bible, everybody don't believe the Bible, but the Bible tells you and shows you what a good person is. Not man and woman, but it does speak on what man does for a woman and what woman shouldn't do for a man. And the reason why the Bible writ it that way is because they knew that these times were coming. Everything in the Bible is happening now, and people may not believe it.
Like what?
I mean, you name it, it's in there. Anything. 9/11, it's in there. But they talk about putting chips inside of you. They don't use those exact words, but it's in the Bible. We should not have babies outside of wedlock because you're gonna get put on child support and you're gonna get deemed and you're gonna go through everything that you shouldn't go through. So learn this woman, marry this woman, and have your family. Don't meet this woman, have sex with this woman, impregnate a woman, and don't like the woman, and now you are separate. All of this stuff is in the Bible. Be kind to people. It's all in the Bible. It warned us, bro. It tells us. It shows you how to live your life. The number one thing, Genesis, it mentioned the only thing it mentioned for us to eat was fruits, vegetables, and water. And he never mentioned any meat. Never ever.
You don't eat meat?
No, I'm not saying I don't eat meat. No diddy. I eat meat, no diddy. But it doesn't mention that in the Bible. So what happens when we eat meat? We get parasites on our bodies. People die from cancer. People get sick because your gut is your first brain. Then your brain is your second one. Your stomach and your brain look exactly alike, and people don't even know that. It's connected, bro. Yes. Look at the intestines and look at the brain. That little weird little shape, whatever that shit. That
Like
shit.
a maze?
Yeah, that's what your stomach is. That's what your brain is, bro. It's connected. So you have to cleanse your body to cleanse your brain. Because once you cleanse your stomach, then your stomach sends signals to your brain and let your brain know, well, okay, we ain't got cancer no more. Hey, dirty white blood cells, leave now. And then they gone. The Bible never mentioned us to eat no damn meat. Ever. He said nothing about kill a goddamn pig and eat it. Or chop up a cow and, and make a burger. He didn't say that. He said fruits and vegetables, water and wine.
Shout out the alcohol.
Yeah. Man, people don't believe in the Bible. Because they say man wrote it. True. But who gave these men the knowledge to write this stuff down? God. So if you read the Bible, you learn what you should and you shouldn't do. So shout out to God.
You know what? That's dope that you know the Bible like that, though. Because most people don't. Like, I don't know it like that. A lot of people don't know it like that. And I always, religion always interested me, right? I wanted to take a religion class. I always kind of wanted to read all of the scriptures, right? Whether it was the Torah, the Quran, the Bible, right? Because they are similar, but they all have different beliefs. But with those beliefs, right, there has to be a middle. There has to be somewhere where everybody meets. Yeah.
We all meet with God. Now, who is your God? Who is my God? Who is their God? Different. You know? We all worship stuff that we shouldn't worship. So it's like, there's only one him.
So after going through everything that you had to go through, right? You went through the gang shit. You ended up, I don't know if it was prison or jail.
I never went to prison, but I did go to jail. Prison and jail is two different things.
Yes, I do know that.
Yeah.
I know that shit because of the Dirk shit
Oh,
going
yeah,
on right
he's in
now.
prison.
Yeah, no, he's in jail right now. He's not indicted yet.
Well, regardless, just because they don't indict you, that doesn't mean you don't go into prison. You know what I'm saying? People can sit in the county for years till they get sentenced. You know what I'm saying? But prison is when you in that motherfucker for a long time. Jail is when you in there temporarily. That's the difference, bro.
You wouldn't even know this.
But
Maybe you do.
Maybe I will.
You might know it because
Maybe.
of people, right?
Yeah, maybe.
But what are the different conditions between jail and prison?
From people that I know or watching movies, it seems like prison is more chill. Like it's more of a, not chill, but it's like you get situated in there and you figure out what you need to figure out. Because niggas ain't coming in and out of there. If you in there, you sitting down. Jail, every day somebody in that motherfucker new. Every other day, it's new motherfuckers coming up. You getting transferred to this deck, to that deck, to this deck, to that deck. If you doing shit, you sitting on one deck. Prison, when you in prison, hey man, I'm here to do my time and go to the crib. I know shit go down in prison, but not how to. In some prisons it's different. I can't speak for all prisons, but I just think the living situation is different. Everybody fighting shit, but the county's just wild, bro. And I've been in that bitch plenty of times.
What's the longest you were in there?
3 days, 2 days. Yeah, I ain't never sat down. I always bonded out.
That's the main reason a lot of people sit down there, right? Because they can't
Can't
bond
bond
out.
out. You can't get no more. And a lot of motherfuckers can't get out because either you only got enough money to get a lawyer or you only got enough money to bond out. So niggas sit in there and fight, and I wouldn't recommend nobody fight anything from inside of there.
From you having these experiences with the gang, you ending up in jail because of it, not being able to find work because now you have this record. How did religion help switch everything around?
It's real gangster that move closer to God. Because you change yourself. And me having to crucify yourself every time, that means you know you shouldn't do it. So don't do it. You know what I'm saying? So just instant, a person may go to Target and want to steal something, but then they get to talking to you. Those are your guardian angels. That's the Holy Ghost. That's the Holy Spirit. You should listen. And then you do it and you get in trouble and then now you in jail. Like I had to learn that. You know? That changed me a lot, bro. I knew right from wrong, but now I was just scared to do wrong. Because I didn't want God to punish me. And God doesn't punish you. No, so let me take that back. God does not punish you. He steps back. And he doesn't get involved in certain things.
He doesn't stop it.
He doesn't stop it necessarily, no.
What was the moment that made you realize you needed to step away from everything?
2017, I had a big-ass case, bro. I went to jail. I was in the Waldorf Astoria, and they said I was selling hotel rooms, bro.
Selling hotel rooms?
Using a stolen credit card, making people pay me to stay there. They took my ass to jail. My bond was $75,000.
It's 10% of what the bond is, right?
Yeah, I ain't got no
Okay.
motherfucking 7,500.
If you were selling hotel rooms, you would have.
Yeah, but I wasn't. We were in the rooms and they didn't like it, so they put a bogus ass case on me.
Yeah, you said it was a fake case, right?
It wasn't my case. I didn't have nothing to do with that shit. I was just there. I went to jail and everything, bro, for that shit. I had to fight that shit.
You bonded out?
This girl bonded me out. And I think she was in my life because it's crazy. It's just crazy how people come into your life for a reason. And I believe that young lady came into my life to save me. And she gave me a second chance.
That's not your daughter's mom?
No.
Okay.
I wasn't with my daughter's mom yet.
Shout out that girl.
Shout out that girl.
Shout
I
out
don't want
that
to say her
girl.
name. But I got the 7,500 if you want it back. I want to give it back to her.
Yeah.
I at least want to do something nice for her.
Mm-hmm.
I've always said this, bro. Like, I'm a vessel. I like to treat people nice. And I wish that I could talk to her. I will give her a hug. Because we didn't end on good terms. And I just want to thank her.
So I want to take it back to your kids real quick, right? Because those are two huge people in your life.
Oh, man. That's all I got to my name.
Again, you reached this peak and then you walked away from it. And clearly that the fact that it didn't get as big as it should have impacted you mentally, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did it ever make you feel or fear that you were never going to be enough as a parent?
Nah, man. I'll do anything for them. I'll bag groceries for them. I'll clean the toilet for them. I'll shine shoes for them. I'll do whatever I gotta do for them to make sure they okay.
Is there a fear of not being enough from you?
It is, man. Not my kids, though. But with friends and family, a significant other, bro. It's just, it sucks because we don't get to choose if we are enough for somebody. And a lot of men go through breakups because we're not enough for a person. That's why a person does what they do. Because 9 times out of 10, they think that a guy cheated or he was abusive or he was very nasty to this girl. But sometimes it's not that case. Sometimes the other way around. And I've been in relationships and I just feel like I wasn't enough.
Why do you feel like you weren't enough?
Maybe I didn't have enough money. Maybe I wasn't romantic. Maybe I didn't have the biggest whatever. Maybe I had a nice car. It's always something somebody is complaining about. And I felt like I wasn't enough for my dad. He would have been in my life. I felt like I wasn't enough to women who I was with. You know? We don't get to pick and choose if we enough, bro. They always do. You could be doing everything right. And one day they can wake up and be like, you're not enough.
You know who the Mind is?
No.
So he's this artist, right? He's done work with Chance and G Herbo, all of them, right? He's out of here. The Mind? Yeah. Check out his newest project. It's called Dancing While Crying in the Middle of Nowhere. Yeah. We just had him on and we were talking about that, right? With a relationship, somebody can wake up one day and just decide, like, I don't want this anymore. This isn't what I signed up for. And with relationships, there's that fear that every day you wake up and somebody can just decide that you're not good enough for them anymore. Whereas, because at the time I was pouring so much into the podcast, I was pouring so much into everything else I had going on in my life. And I wasn't pouring into the person I was with. I should have done it a bit more, right? I should have done it a lot more, honestly. But because of the relationship that was built and the stains that came from past arguments and all this other shit, right? You realize that you have no interest in investing into something that you know is going to fail eventually. So what happens, right? You drift away from this person. And eventually this person says, "I'm done. I don't want this anymore." So you pour more and more and more into your career knowing that this person is just straying farther away from you, right? And he's like, "But don't you feel like your career can just disappear as well?" I'm like, "Yeah, but I get to choose if I want to continue my career. I don't get to choose if somebody wakes up and loves me the same way every day."
A lot of women wake up and don't want to be with you no more, bro. If we could run a voting or some type of like to get some type of like percentage of how many men woke up and they woman didn't want to be with them, I bet you it'd be high. So it sucks though, bro. I kind of feel like that's what happened to me. During the time I was with this young lady, I feel like I was going through my phase of becoming a man. The money wasn't there. The look wasn't there. I was in a look of survival and trying to be the man that I am today right now. And I went through that phase from 2016 to 2021. And I was with her at that time. But not 16, but like within the years of 16 to 21. And I wasn't enough for her.
What was it you were trying to survive?
I was trying to survive for not getting proper love. I was trying to be here for my kids. I just wanted to be an all around good person. All around good man.
What's your definition of a good man? You keep mentioning you wanted to be a good man and you were striving for it.
I think a good man is a man who prays. A good man is a man who is patient. A good man is a man who knows how to listen. A good man is a man that can use his hands. A good man is a man that can use his brain. And a good man, most importantly, a good man knows when and when not to do certain things. So I feel like it's more stuff out there, but that's just like a my general, my generalization. Like I think that I'm just whatever type of guy that I am now. Like I didn't mess with girls recently, and they like ghosted me, and I know I ain't do nothing. I just think that they not ready for the type of man that I am, or the way I made them feel. They think that I'm making her feel that way too, so they don't want to get involved because they thinking it's somebody else. And I've been getting that a lot, not a lot, but I've been getting that. You know, I'm busy. I'm working. I'm being a parent. I'm doing the things that I need to do. So you just never enough for a woman, bro. And nowadays, if you ain't got no money, it's over with.
Do you think you have an unhealed perspective of women at this point?
Yeah, man, I'm super healed. But when I come to judging women, like, I don't judge them like nasty. But I know that a lot of women are very, very, very tonic, bro. Very toxic. They just be talking and they don't want to learn to understand.
I think that often in relationships, in the world, in society, we're taught that everybody's replaceable, right? So when it comes to relationships, if you won't do this, somebody else will. And I used to tell people all the time, like, if I won't do this, go ahead, find somebody else that will. But that was because I didn't care. When it came to somebody I cared about, like, I don't want to hear that, right? I want to fix this. I want to understand what I'm not doing, and I want to be able to give that. But when you're telling me, oh, if you really knew me, you would just know because somebody else will, it's like, well, damn. I really am not enough, right? And for you, you've had different experiences where, right, with the gang shit, you grow up in a system where everybody's replaceable because something happens to one person, life goes on, unfortunately. We miss everybody. We miss the people that have been lost along the way, but life didn't just stop because that that happened, right? How did this feeling of being replaceable impact you?
Shit, I gave a lot to my homies, bro. Like clothes on my back, loyalty, respect. I done did shit that I shouldn't have did. You know, it didn't get me nowhere. I ain't gonna say, too much about it, but, you know, a lot of those guys ain't my friends no more. You know, I think if I was to get married today, my wedding would be empty on my side. Probably a couple people there. And with the women, you just like as a man, bro, you just never enough. I feel like women, they just want to pick you apart, bro. They just want to always find the shit that don't matter, bro. They want to find stuff to complain about with you. And the number one thing that they care about is money. Not all, but most. If you ain't making this, it's just like they want these built AI robotic men that's just,
You got to be perfect.
there's no such thing as being perfect. And if you ain't perfect, you got some money. That's their main thing. They want some money. Then if you're not enough, right, you go find somebody else, right? And then you get with them and they just terrible. And then they not enough. And then you move around and you keep going. Like that's the way it is. Instead of just staying with your person and learning how to love and learning how to be affectionate and learning how, like what you said, like, I want to fix this. Like, tell me what I can do to make this better. And a lot of people don't want to try.
You heard about that 80 by 20% rule, where it's like somebody can give you 80% of what they have. And because you don't have that 20%, they're going to go find somebody that has that 20%, but now they're missing that 80%.
It sucks, bro. It's sad. It happens to us a lot. Like, for instance, we can meet a girl who work at Target, bro, and we know she don't make more money than us, but she's beautiful and she treats you nice. And you a wife her. You're not gonna talk about her job or how much money she make. You gonna deal with it. Now we can't work at Target and get a girl who we want because we don't make enough. They don't care about the 80% that we got. They're looking for that 20. And then when they get that 20, then they want the 80 back. But you can't have both. Nobody's 100%. Everybody is who they are. And it just sucks, bro. Cause love nowadays is very detoured. Everyone detours from love. No one wants to love. They just wanna use you for what you got. And when they can't and you don't have what they want anymore, they're moving on to the next.
So let me ask you this real quick, right? What do you feel like was the flaw you needed to accept about yourself
Like my fault, my faults.
to grow to who you are today?
I need to accept that I'm not perfect. I need to accept that I don't make the most money. I'm not the sexiest man on earth. I had to accept that somebody else out here who's better than me. So I just had to focus on what I got going on and what I'm doing it and be the best that I can be. And one day, hopefully, prayerfully, a woman will see that and she will accept me for who I am. So I had to learn that, bro. It's tough, you know? It's tough. It's tough to love today. Only unconditional love I get is from my babies. They love me no matter what. Rain, sleet, or snow. They don't know.
Are you scared of not finding that love?
I am. Cause it it hurts, bro, to know that I've been through this. To know that your significant other is laying on the other side of the bed cheating on you. You know, it hurts. That's just it's fucked up. And, you know, you gave your all to a person. You know what I'm saying? You came in and you made room for improvement. You came in and you love every inch of this person and every inch of what the person came with just exploded because I had the 80%, but they were looking for that 20 and got the 20 and it didn't work out. And then you want to come back after you just broke me down and hurt me. I can't accept it, bro, because it's just a terrible feeling.
You gotta stand on business at that point. And it's like, man, you wish it could be different.
I wish you didn't do that.
At what point do you feel like you'll be secure?
Never, bro.
Do you think that's because of the environment you grew up in?
I think it's because of what people are accessible to. We too accessible to things, and people think that you can just leave a person and go find your perfect match. You know, but I ain't gonna say I'm gonna have another girl right here waiting in case she mess up. But I'm always had that in the back of my mind, like, hey, bro, you're replaceable. Just like at work, you are replaceable.
I appreciate you coming through and sitting down with us,
Yeah,
exploring the past, the present. Man, I hope you're blessed in your future, bro.
I will be, man. I
And
appreciate that. I accept it.
man, I hope to connect with you again soon, bro.
Oh yeah,
Man, you got anything you want to plug? I know you got a project on the way.
yeah. Stunt on Turbo 2's dropping November 27th. My daughter's birthday. Be on the lookout for that. Um, I'm gonna be working, bro, nonstop, and I'm gonna just show what I got. You know, I got it. Thank you to Sad Boy Radio. I reached out to you, and I've been a fan. I always watch your stuff, so I like it. I like the platform, so I was like, I'm gonna ask him, can I get on the show?
Man, I appreciate you. You feel like you got the sad boy experience, bro?
Yeah, it's nice, bro. The scenery's nice. Like everything is nice, bro. I appreciate the hospitality. I like the questions and stuff, and I just feel comfortable, bro. That's why I came. You know, and just shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you and the team.
Shout out to you. Shout out JJ. Make sure you guys go ahead, check out Stunt Taylor, FeFe On The Block, Stunning on Turbo 2 coming. Make sure you go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. Sad Boys for real. Peace out.
This is Sad Boy Radio.